Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review we are looking at the DC Universe Classics AZRAEL. This is a very cool character if you're not familiar with him, and it's a very cool figure. It is basically a reissue of the DC Superheroes version. The only major difference in that is that the DC Superheroes version's shoulders have gold on them like this body armor right here. The DCUC version does not. It's just that kind of gunmetal color with the silver shading. So I don't have that one to show you, unfortunately, because I just ended up getting this one, and I didn't need both for that minor difference. Still a cool figure, though, so let's take a look at it. He stands roughly 17 centimeters tall, which is 6 3/4 inches, roughly. Very cool figure, lots of shading. I don't think this black paint issue is a common issue. I bought mine used, so that might have been an issue there, but there's some really nice shading going on this back part, pretty much everywhere. All of the cape has shading. Nice paint applications all the way around. We see some nice detail work on these gauntlets. That gold dry brush going on, or whatever, however they applied that for the gauntlets and for the torso and belt, just really looks nice. And then they put these little flame dagger things on there, plasma, whatever they are. Translucent plastic going from yellow shaded to orange, nice little ripples coming off of there. So that's a very cool look. And then just all around a sharp looking figure, going to be a nice piece to add to the shelf. As far as the articulation goes, the head is on a ball peg, so he can kind of look up and down, side to side. Of course there is some limitation due to the sculpt of everything, but it's soft, so you can do that. And then you can even lean it a little bit from side to side. So pretty good posability there. That marking on his face is all sculpted, so that's cool. The shoulders, even though they look big and bulky, they work just fine, full range of motion. You get your bicep swivel right down there. Single jointed elbow gives you about 90 degrees. You'll also get a forearm rotation inside the gauntlet. And then you get a wrist rotation at the hand itself. So if you want to pose it differently based on this, you can do that. I suppose you could pull these out, but they are not meant to come out, unfortunately. All of the red has nice shading on it throughout the arms also. For the torso, these are all soft pieces, so they're not going to get in the way, and you can see the armor under there. That's all soft, so you can use this. It's a swivel and a hinge for the upper torso. Doesn't have the greatest range of motion, but it does work, so that's nice. And then we do also get a waist twist down here at the red part. The belt is soft, so it won't get in the way of anything. For the hips, they look like the older DCSH figures where they don't have that hinge in there to bring the legs out to the side, but they do, so don't worry about that. Even though they look like they're the older design, they're functionally just fine. You won't really have any trouble posing the hips. We have our thigh swivel down here. It's that lousy cut joint, and both of mine are stuck, but they do work. And when I say lousy, I just mean that cut joints don't look good in that location, whether it's Marvel Select or whatever. They should always be up higher where there's not as much detail to mess up, but it is there, so it's functional. We get a 90-degree bend in the knee, and then we get standard ankle articulation with a unique sculpt for the feet with that pointier toe on there. No ankle rocker, but I think you can pose him for the most part pretty well, and you shouldn't have too much trouble. Definitely a really cool looking figure. I'll put him in some poses here at the end so you can see what he looks like. I definitely recommend you pick one up, especially since he's going to be in the new Batman game again. Not as this particular look necessarily, but still. The more these characters are in things, the more the figures become harder to find. So grab them while you can. It's a very cool figure, and I do recommend it for any Batman fan, or pretty much any collector. It's a nice one. So there it is, guys. Stick around here for the photos at the end. Make sure you click that thumbs up if you like this video. I do appreciate it, so thanks for that. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. And follow me on Facebook and Twitter if you want to see like previews and things like that. I do all that kind of stuff on there. I don't always have time to put the preview stuff on YouTube, so check out my Facebook page. And like I said, subscribe so you can see my upcoming figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.